Um, hey folks, good morning again. Although I've been up since 3 something. 7:29. Elder understanding, harmony, and spiritual knowledge. Um, elder understanding, and sharing spiritual knowledge. And it's 31st or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. How about that? Yeah. You want good current events? Come right to me. um, I forgot an important part of that last video I put out about this new kind of death that'll be coming for a lot of you. That's compassionate. I forgot to tell you what it feels like. Um, I told you that it's 98 whatever percent painless, depending on the person. 97 and 99% painless. Um, but I didn't describe it. I forgot. Um, I can tell you. um, I was having lunch with my buddy Nick. I think it was yesterday. Um, we have a good time. Might have been a day before yesterday. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, uh, and I was just burning up. I think I probably mentioned it in the video, whatever. But I was burning up, and then he was amazed that I could be so hot and then touch my actual body, and it's actually like frozen. um, when you do start to when your body starts to die, so you can come out of it. It's a very soft, gradual process. Makes your transition to the other side very smooth. When it does happen, um, you're going to get hot inside. Okay, that's your bacteria and everything else having been mutated or being mutated to literally start killing the body. It slowly kills the body so you can come out. The outside of your skin will feel cold even if you touch it yourself. Okay, but to someone else it's really going to feel cold, especially when compared to the amount of heat you have inside. You'll feel like you're burning up. Well, that's the action that's going on inside your body. That's the bacteria being changed, turned into yourself to start killing the body. That creates heat. However, it does slow down body functions, and the body is getting tired. It is starting to die, so the outside is cold. Um, Folks, it's as simple as the old man in overalls. I'm going to get cussed at for saying that, but that's a fact. Um, uh, there's not any pain. It's not a painful thing. It's a slowing down, and you know, it should be like 3 to 4 days. This has been going on up and down with me for multiple reasons since the 1st of September. Um, your speech will slur also when it happens. Um, your memory and stuff, you start fading. Okay, you have to understand this is going to happen. If you're driving a car going somewhere, you're going to get there. Don't worry about it. Okay. Um, you're going to be protected, but you're being protected at this time. Having said that, don't get in a car and try to go NASCAR. That ain't going to happen. Okay, let's be real. But just getting somewhere and back, yes. Um, it's a labor to breathe. Your whole body starts shutting down. I know a lot about that. This life, last life, a lot of them. People don't know George Washington. It was a very slow, can't breathe death. That was not painful, but it's a horrible thing to not to be able to breathe and finally suffocate. But that went on for a long time. But anyway, this is like painless. It just starts happening, and your mind does float around a little bit. Okay, it's normal. You don't drool on yourself and cluck like a chicken. It's just that you are shutting down. When a physical body shuts down, it acts a little different, but it's not a big thing. It's like slowly getting towards sleeping. That's literally what it's like. Okay. Um, Also, like you see me wetting my lips all the time, you're gonna get thirsty. Okay. All that heat and action inside your body, as the bacteria has mutated and starts, attacking itself, attacking everything else. It's a slow process. Um, as that starts to happen, um, you use a lot of energy, and you have to have more water. You might even start eating more. Okay. Don't be surprised if you eat less too. Just however you feel is what you're going to do. Now, this is relative to some of the people that are living right now. This is the way some of you are going to die. And let me tell you something, this is the way to go. But with y'all, it should happen in 3 to 4 days. Okay? That way, family doesn't, have to suffer watching you die and, all this other stuff. And it doesn't feel like death. It's just a slowing down until poof. You don't wake up. Or you sit in a chair, relaxed, and poof. It's painless. It's effortless. It doesn't drag the family down or those that you love. That's how it should be done. These physical bodies are going away. But until they do, there's a lot of changes that can be done if something just cares about you. And that's what's over there now, Lily and Ara. They actually care. So anyway, oh yeah, okay. I'm trying to talk and my head's just so dizzy. There's also some a thickness, almost like a pain, but it's not really, but it's whatever. That'll be in your head. You'll feel your brain changing. That's literally to help open up and let your spirit out. With me, it's a whole lot stronger than it'll be with any of you, because it's just what's inside is so strong, it's hard to get it out, and it's source, so it bonds with everything like, epoxy or super glue or something. So there's real issues with it. You will feel excuse me, you will feel disorientation. Okay. It's not like Alzheimer's, but it's just you slow down. It's like excuse me, it's almost like you're going to sleep while you're still awake, but you start fading out, and then you come back a little bit. If there's something you have to do when that happens, if there's something that needs to be handled, you'll be literally fed energy to make sure you can do it. Your energy will be pumped up. So, oh yeah, and you might find out too that you actually break out in acne a little bit. That's because of what's going on inside the body, the extra heat that's in the body, the way everything attacks itself. It's not like you're born just so you can die, but it's a good way to die. And it's the last thing to be concerned about. And if you're not concerned about when you die, there's plenty of us that aren't. But for the vast majority of people, not being concerned about what happens when you die will allow you to live a much better life. And like I said, y'all are going to start having lives, your children having lives will be made for them that are more relative to the energy they are inside. So that way they can naturally grow into who they really are, not just being, it's like being fed steroids and abused is the way the first being, male and female, set it up. They didn't care about your development other than size. They wanted you to produce more spirit, more souls, so that they could have more praise, a bigger praise machine. Uh, you will become more lethargic. Um, you're also going to find you don't get as angry. Your emotions are more in check. You still care. You're still you, but you're shutting down. It's like you take a generator and turn it off. It takes a few moments, but it does finally slow down. Um, so I've just been going up and down with that. I don't know how many times. Now that's not really enjoyable, especially with all the insanity I've had to deal with from some of the people close to me that are being run by souls. Um, but it is what it is. No biggie. Um, but I wanted you to know about how the body feels and what's going on. And it's also important for everyone to be able to understand and feel and actually be told by the spirit guides, if necessary, going in their head. Hey there, buddy. um, my line from Steve Lewandowski, he's going to come alive pretty soon. Steve's going to come alive. And Burju is kicking butt with getting out on YouTube and just talking with people. These people are not Jay's followers. They literally are themselves. Paul, same way, powerhouse. Paul's taking over my website and control of the books and stuff, but Burju, she's family. Steven, he's family. They're going to be doing their own thing. Burju's going at it right now, just being herself, talking with you. Okay, she's not representing me. She's representing herself and her feelings. Okay, she's awesome. She's well within the top 5 strongest female spirits in existence. Okay, other than Lily and Ara. But that's what she is inside. Lily and Ara. So anyway, there's all kinds of good stuff coming for y'all. An easier death is just one little thing. But I wanted to tell you about it. And please know when the animals go that that's what happens. That's what is happening. Sega antelope, the whales, there's more gorillas. Dolphin again. It's just going to keep happening. So anyway, it's not, like I just said, it's not painful. You feel the heat and everything else. Just if you would, remember the symptoms. So when you start feeling dragged down and everything, don't get scared. And don't be afraid of dying. I have moments when all of a sudden my heart just, I was talking with my lady about that this morning, just a while ago. My heart, and then she has the same thing, the heart just starts really palpitating and just getting all excited, like, wow. And then you look, your conscious mind is looking at what's going on. It's like, it's nothing to be excited about, but you're feeling that immense excitement, almost like you want to get up and run around. Just, it's me knowing and her knowing that we're almost free. Like, it's like, it's part of us being out of spirit is what I'm trying to say, okay? Floating around. When we come out of the body and we're floating around, then it's like almost free. You're not free, you're attached to a body, and the conscious mind doesn't understand what's going on. But part of you is outside running around. So that's like, woo, You're excited because you remember, you're feeling for a moment what it's like to be out of your body. It's like when a lot of you all astral project. What is that like? Oh, it feels great when you can remember it. But it's hard to remember because when you astral project, you don't want your conscious mind to go with you. You want to leave that behind, okay? Those of you that want to remember more astral projection, then you're doing it. Make the mindset before you go to sleep. that you want to take your conscious mind with you. And then hopefully that's strong enough to where when you fall asleep, your actual spirit inside will go ahead and go along with that and take part of you out. Excuse me. And you're going to be, like I said, you're going to be lethargic, but you're going to be tired. Your body's breaking down. It's not, that's the whole idea. For it to wind down and then go. So it's like in passing mode, passing away to back home to where you belong anyway. I mean, when you're in a body, you belong there. You're there for a reason. But it's just where you spend most of your time on the other side. So anyway, it's like I was saying, and this is the way it's going to be. It's like 5 days a week. You are your normal self, and then the next 2 days, the weekend, you're actually in a body having a life. Okay. I feel like a fish. All right, folks. I just wanted you to know what it feels like, and someone starts going, please consider not at all feeling sorry for them. They're going home. It's the others that we've met and that we love but love us that feel the suffering, and the idea is for that to be as short and minimized as possible. Love y'all, man. Hope today's a good one. Well, something else I forgot again. Imagine that, huh? Sometimes you'll be burning up, and sometimes you might feel yourself really cold inside too. But when you start feeling yourself burning up hot inside, and then you're cold outside, and you're gonna know. You're gonna be told that you're winding down, so you can leave. You're gonna know. I just want to give you more affirmations, more truth, so that you'll understand it. That's all. So anyway, excuse me. One last thing though, the throat. Your throat's gonna start. Your immune system gets attacked. Okay. As that happens, you start getting. It's like a yeast infection. When I was getting ready to go at the end of October, when my precious lady was here with me, and she needed to get out of here before the event. What was going to happen with me going before that happened? She needed to be home. But I had to go to the doctor because my throat was so sore and I couldn't talk. It wasn't like a strep throat kind of pain kind of thing. It's just it was messed up and hard to swallow and stuff. So I went to this other doctor I had mentioned before, Dr. Singh, Singh. She's so cool. Very, very good, thorough doctor in Gwinnett County. And she did all those lung tests, and of course found out I was, dying from that, but or in the process of. But anyway, she looked at my throat, and she kind of freaked out, and she showed my little lady what's going on in my throat, and when I saw her eyes open up like this, as well as a doctor, I started thinking, excuse me, no, not now. No, thank you, no sneeze. Darn it, I hate it when that happens. If you start to sneeze, if you go inside yourself and just say no, you can stop it. If you catch it in time. Anyway, so I'm looking at Karen's eyes, and she's like, holy mackerel. I could tell that she was seeing something that was really rough, and the doctor talked about it, and she said, apparently he has a real high pain threshold, but you know, look at that, and it was horrible, nasty looking. Um, and she was looking at it, trying to understand what it was and everything, what was going on. And she's going in her head. You can see her brain functioning, going through all her data. Like I said, she's an incredibly good doctor. Trying to understand what it was, and I told her my immune system was kind of shutting down. She goes, "Well, yeah, it's like a yeast infection, but I just it should have hurt worse than it did, but it was made not to, because it was not supposed to be a painful death. It was supposed to be, you know, a way to leave and feel a little pain, yeah, but not much. It was discomfort. It wasn't pain. So I wanted to bring that up too. I got some treatment for it. It was like the same treatment as for a yeast infection. It's the immune system just breaking down. So that's all. I just need to get that in there too. You'll notice stuff with your throat, and you know there might be other symptoms, but folks, you're gonna know it's time. You're gonna know it's time before it happens. Okay, your spirit guides will say, "We're getting ready to wind down now because it's getting ready to be time to go home." It's a feeling they're gonna give you. Okay, some of them might actually talk to you. So this is all cool stuff that's coming. Okay. It's just one little drop in a bucket, and it's a good sized bucket. It's time for life to be better. Love y'all. See you in a little bit.